I know on Thursday, the last show I did last week, that by simply going through media reports, by established liberal media outlets for the most part, explaining what they had reported, raising serious questions about police state tactics, and what's been going on in terms of investigations of the opposition, that we'd have quite a whirlwind. But the media owe me a great thank you. And we're going to go through this in great detail, so don't leave. Particularly the media types who are listening and recording this, pay attention. This show's for you in particular. CNN has been the worst of the worst. But there are others. I'll get into them too. But first this. We actually have a CNN so-called journalist, Brian Stelter, who was repeatedly asking me to come on his show Sunday. And I was somewhat out of town with the family, and I couldn't, but I did come back to do Fox and Friends. And I told him, I can't. He got all mad and upset, I guess. But this is a guy who today told me in an email, which he put on Twitter, that he's not at all sure that the FISA court was approached on 2 occasions, or that they got a FISA warrant in October, the Obama administration, because the sources can't be confirmed. The sources can't be confirmed. Even more, they're citing Chuck Todd's interview on Meet the Depressed with former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper. Now, stick with me on this. I want you to listen to this. And they're applauding this. They think this is great. Cut 17, go.
Let me start with the president's tweets yesterday. This idea that maybe President Obama ordered an illegal wiretap of his offices.
Now, let's stop right there. First of all, I did my show Thursday. The president tweeted on Saturday. I didn't say Obama ordered. I never definitively said Obama ordered the tapping of Trump's phones or whatever and so forth. But that's beside the point. This is what the media are focused on. The story, as I keep saying, is much, much bigger than the president's tweet. Go ahead.
Would this be something you would be aware of?
I would certainly hope so. I can say, obviously I can't speak officially anymore, but I will say that for the part of the national security apparatus that I oversaw as DNI, there was no such wiretap activity mounted against the president-elect at the time, or as a candidate, or against his campaign. I can't speak for other Title III authorized entities in the government or a state or local entity.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if the FBI, for instance, had a FISA court order of some sort for a surveillance, would that be information you would know or not know?
Yes.
You would be told.
Stop there. He knows of none. If the FBI did it, he would know. In essence, he would know if anybody went to the FISA court or went to the FISA court and got a warrant. Right? Is that what he said, Mr. Producer? Isn't that what I heard? Go ahead.
If there was a FISA court order on something like this.
Something like this, absolutely.
And at this point, you can't confirm or deny whether that exists?
I can deny it.
He denies it.
There is no FISA court order?
Not to my knowledge.
Of anything at Trump Tower?
No.
Well, that's an important...
No, wait, he said more than that. Chuck, let me help you. Anything associated with the campaign or any of the people or anything else, there's no FISA court order. For weeks, the media have reported there are FISA court orders. For weeks, the media either promoted it or let it sit. For weeks, the media obviously wanted you to believe that's so serious, and some of the commentators over the weekend, so serious are the connections between Donald Trump and his people and his campaign or whomever, his surrogates, and Russia, so deep are these connections that they were able to reach the probable cause standard and get a warrant under FISA in October to launch wiretaps, I guess, electronic eavesdropping. So apparently now I have forced the media to do its job. Tell me, Chuck Todd, why didn't you do this interview a month ago? Tell me, Jake Tapper, another fraud, and I'll get into you later. Why didn't you do this interview a month ago? Tell me, Brian Stetler, if you really are accusing me of not having evidence of anonymous sources of news organizations on FISA court applications and so forth, why didn't you raise that weeks ago? Instead, the whole nation was led to believe that the FISA court approved a warrant to investigate aspects of Trump businesses, the server, his surrogate, whatever. And now we know they didn't. The headline should be the lies and deception of the media for weeks. And even more than that, the headline should be, not only is there nothing there never was anything there. Or I assume they would have sought. They would have sought a warrant. The media are worse than schizophrenic. They're ideologically driven. They can't even get their story straight. All weekend long, all day long, Mark Levin is a conspiracy guy. And he has no evidence to show. No evidence to show. All I did is read the news reports. Well, they said it aren't even fresh reports. Exactly. And they hang out there, drip, drip, drip. If Mr. Clapper is telling the truth, which is a big question because he's lied before Congress about the entire NSA apparatus, if he's telling the truth, it doesn't hurt Trump and his presidency. It helps Trump and his presidency. And it demonstrates yet again why the media in this country, not all outlets, but too many, cannot be trusted to tell the truth. I'm going to go through the reports over the last several weeks again, claiming FISA court, 6 federal departments investigating. I'm going to go through them with you. Because now the media position is, there's no proof to substantiate any of this. None. No FISA court. What are you talking about, FISA court, Mark? Where's your evidence, Mark? My evidence? I didn't write this. No, you don't understand. You're a conspiracy nut. And then they try and wrap me into the president's tweet. I didn't tweet. And I'm going to tell you why. They want to focus on his tweet. His tweet, which is imprecise. His tweet, which was aimed at a problem he thought that they had. But that doesn't dismiss that which is factual. That doesn't dismiss reality. We have these reports from supposedly reliable news sources. They talk about 2 shots at FISA. The second shot worked. We've got leaks. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Not Helen Keller here. I can see, I can hear, and so can you. I'm just getting started. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.